Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to use anger to manifest. I've never talked about this on my channel. I think I've done like maybe one or two videos about feeling angry, but how can you actually use anger, your anger, if you feel angry, to manifest? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. And also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. There's 14 courses linked below. I can help you manifest anything you want. All right, so let's talk about this. First of all, if you know me, you know that my main style of manifesting is doing a practice called living in the end, which is arriving through ease, through abundance. And what I mean by that is just through a really yummy inner experience of creating an imaginal act of having your desire. So what I mean by all of that is it feels good. I manifest in a way by activating the good feeling of having my desire already. That's my main style of manifesting. Yes. However, sometimes and in some situations, you may feel angry. This is common for people manifesting a specific person because perhaps you've had an experience of being hurt by that person, some disappointing things happen. So how do you, if you're continuously feeling anger, use that anger to actively manifest what you want? I'm assuming it's probably a relationship with that person, or it's some sort of apology or reconciliation. How do you use your anger to actually manifest? The reason this is kind of a tricky territory is because anger is usually brought on, in particular when it comes to a relationship. Anger happens when we feel like we've been wronged, when we feel like we haven't gotten what we want, when we feel like we're not getting what we want. So essentially, it comes on from an experience of inner lack, right? And as you know, lack is not the thing that manifests. Well, it does manifest, but it just manifests more lack. If you feel like someone has hurt you and they've wronged you and you're resonating in that victim energy within, then what you're going to continue to create is more hurt by that person. This is just how the law works. It's a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So the more your self-concept is resonating with being hurt, being wounded, you're just going to continue to create that reality with that person. So what do you do if you have spontaneous experiences of anger coming up? Because again, it's really natural. Nothing's wrong with anger, and it's not like we're supposed to suppress any of our emotions. I do not. That's not how I manifest. I'll link a video about what to do with your negative emotions up there if you want to watch it afterwards. But we're not supposed to suppress our emotions. They're just information for us, telling us what we're resonating with within, what our dominant inner state is. That's what your emotions are telling you. And so if you feel angry, it means that you are really resonating and feeling like you've been hurt and wronged. Now, one way that you can use that sort of energy, the energy of anger, to manifest is to, with the same amount of intensity, tell yourself no and redirect yourself into a new story. So let's say the thing that you're angry about is you feel ignored. Maybe you have felt ignored. Maybe you've had many experiences of being ignored. Maybe you've been ignored by a specific person. Maybe someone ghosted you, anything like this. Yeah, we can feel angry about that. Probably underneath that is some hurt because we feel abandoned, but that's a whole nother video. I'll link my I'll link my Heal Your Abandonment Wounds playlist so you can dive into that if you want. If you feel angry about this experience of being ignored, one way to deal with it, it's not so much using the actual anger to manifest, but it's using your own intensity to redirect into the new story. So sometimes redirecting into the new story of what you want is not going to be a light, juicy, yummy, easy experience. Sometimes it's going to be a little harder to start telling a new story. So it's perfectly okay for you to bring that intense anger energy, feels almost like boundary energy. It feels like no energy. Bring that into your manifesting process. And this is how I would do it. So you're feeling, maybe you're going down the story of having felt ignored. It's really bothering you. Here's how you do it. You cut that story, no, with your own energy. You're cutting that story, and you, with the same energy, redirect strongly into the new story. This is what's happening. I am loved. I'm being shown up for. I'm being shown up for. So you can feel that's not really an easeful manifesting process, but it's still doing the thing you need to do, which is redirecting you into the new story. Now, what's going to happen when you start redirecting yourself more and more, eventually this is going to feel more like the truth. The more you tell yourself that you are being shown up for, and you as much as you can, you feel it in your imagination, you try to conjure up the imaginal experience of being shown up for, the more you're activating that inner experience inside of you, the more that's going to become dominant. And eventually the anger is just going to dissolve out, and because you're going to be living in, well, I'm shown up for. There's nothing to feel angry about, right? Like, so that's, oh, what is that Neville quote about the old man? Will someone post that quote below? It's something about letting go of the old man and the new man comes in. I don't know. That's nothing like what he says, but it's something like that. So someone post it below. I'll pin it to the top. When you start telling a new story of who you are, and you really start feeling and believing that you are that person, this old story eventually dissolves out. And there's probably many of us who have had the experience, I've had it so many times, where I can't even remember who this old me was. Like, there are old versions of me that I don't even know who that person was. I can't access it with my conscious mind, maybe who I was in particular relationships or many years ago. It's like, oh, who was that? Who was that woman? Who was that girl? And the reason I can't even remember who I was is because I'm so fully in this new self concept, this new knowing of who I am, that this has just dissolved from my reality. And so this is how you can use anger. You use it with that same intensity to continue to redirect yourself into the new story. Eventually, it's going to become easier and easier, but the pathway to manifest is always the same. You are telling a new story to feel like a new person, to create a new reality. It's that simple. Thank you guys for being here with me in this video. I love being here with you. I'll see you soon. Bye.